Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Mars and Aquarius. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists, so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. People with Mars and Aquarius use their energy and initiative to develop and keep their own free independence. These people want to be allowed to circumvent convention, orthodoxy, and anything else that they feel may undercut their individual liberation. They are stubbornly set on being their own person. There is no interest in these people in going along with the herd and thus losing autonomy. And so they are ever ready to rebel against anything that they see as trapping them into being anything that they don't want to be. These people need to be entirely in charge of their own life, but they also believe that every individual has the same right and should stand up for it. These people can also be ready to fight for the rights of others, even to the point of supporting political revolutions. Mind you, this fondness for fighting for the rights of others can display itself by them simply supporting other individuals in their own struggle. These people feel that no one has the right to dominate, interfere, or redirect any other being without their total permission. Of the most successful ways that they have found to keep their innate freedom is to remain detached from all that may limit them. In this case, they would decide not to enter the struggle, but instead will stand aloof and thus become a lone wolf, an isolated individual in a society of one. Mars and Aquarius people have an impatient energy that causes them to move fast and to do everything now, in order to aim for the freedom that they seek in experiencing beyond the ordinary. Their field of action is in the areas of the intellect, knowledge, and information, and perhaps society and humanitarianism. These people are ready to go down any path that stimulates their interest in conversation. They have a tendency to leap from one topic to another as their mind freely cross-associates ideas, or as they become bored with pursuing one theme or concept. These people are attracted by rare and original knowledge or ideas, and can be a researcher of fresh and unusual connections between apparently non-connected areas, being fascinated by the interweaving of various systems. This trait very often reflects a personal interest in integration, whether of their own being towards complete self-development, or of the universe around them, waiting to know how it all fits together. Mars and Aquarius people are very attracted to modern technological developments or fringe sciences, just as they are likely to be fascinated by the inventive science fiction possibilities of the future, and may itch to live in that future themselves. And they want to make all of this happen right now. They want to zoom off and explore the space-time universe, feeling frustrated by the limitations of the ordinary world around them. Their minds need a lot of stimulation to keep it alive, and unless they explore the things that fascinate them, they can end up being bored with life. Mars and Aquarius people have a fear of being trapped, which can make them very wary of giving others anything to hang on to or to use against them. To the outward eye, they are friendly but detached. They like to keep their individualistic differences to themselves, believing that these quirks aren't anyone else's business but their own. These people are very wary of committing themselves to anything where their trust has been broken in the past, which shows in being ever ready to change directions and alter their plans, switch ideas, and reasons for acting or for being involved, all on an instant's notice. They need to stand on their own feet may lead them into being a materialist, pursuing money and goods for their own sake. If this happens, then technological gadgets will probably interest them, such as the cutting edge of electric vehicles, computers, smartphones, and things of this nature. When negatively expressed, the Mars and Aquarius person can be too independent to be taken seriously. A certain blunt and insensitive manner very often turns off people who might otherwise support them and their views. The negative expression of Mars and Aquarius can produce a person that is all talk and hopelessly ineffective when dealing with practical problems. Inwardly, they are a mass of nervous tension and project an image of instability and restrained hysteria. If they lose their temper, they are apt to go berserk. They can be unreliable, reckless, and fanatical, and can be betrayed by friends and separated quite early in life from a parent. When positively expressed, the Mars and Aquarius person is dynamic with powerful intellectual powers. These people always seem to be in the know of all of the newest technological studies, and they have an innate capacity to understand how to keep things lively, even when they themselves are acting in a quiet and dignified manner. Lightning just seems to crackle around them. Mars and Aquarius people have a tendency to become nervously overcharged and are often concerned with large-scale problems and humanitarian issues. These people can become great political agitators, or they can easily become the instigators of revolutions. The types of revolutions that might interest these people could be social, political, moral, or scientific, but in one way or another, they keep the wheels of progress revolving. Even when they're not doing the actual fighting, they have the capacity to spark action on the part of others. Mars and Aquarius people have the drive to explore new frontiers of the mind. They are forever fascinated with new advances in science and technology, but they are the adventurers who must climb a mountain because it is there. Non-intellectual Mars and Aquarius types may demonstrate the same qualities simply by moving about a great deal. When Mars and Aquarius is combined with literary talent, the impulse to write generally stems from a desire to convey a socially significant message to the world and to produce drastic action. These people believe that the pen is mightier than the sword, and they wield their pens like a weapon in the battle for people's minds. Mars and Aquarius people may also have a desire to employ the untrammeled way of life, which a career in writing or the arts may make possible for them. These people will often choose an occupation because of the independence it allows them. Ultimately, they want to be a free spirit who can cruise about and see new places. And any job which allows this personal latitude may be temporarily acceptable to them. In general, these people prefer to work with their minds and to enjoy the company of intellectually oriented associates. All at the same time, though, there is a touch of the bohemian about them. Even if they can manage only a symbolic gesture, such as owning an exotic sports car or pursuing an unusual hobby, in some way they demonstrate that they are not just one of the crowd, as they go their own way and create their own circumstances. Mars and Aquarius people have dreams of changing the world with their ideas and make it a better place for everyone to live in. The trouble is that they are in a hurry to do this, and in the rush, they will probably succeed only in turning everything upside down and making everyone unhappy and very uncomfortable. Mars and Aquarius people have the capacity to do great good work, and they have a wonderful flair and imagination. These are the types of person who give the world some of its best reforming ideas. They are a genuine intellectual with the good of humanity at their heart. They are able to see the small problems of society before they turn into large issues of political clamor and discontent. Ultimately, they are visionaries. They will demand action with their sharp, incisive, and dynamic minds. Mars and Aquarius people's unique and original thinking processes puts them out in front, sometimes so far out that they are often a voice crying in the wilderness for others to see things before they get too bad. Mars and Aquarius people are very convincing in their arguments. They have excellent reasoning power and are fearless in debate, and will say exactly what they think. Sometimes they do get overexcited. At these times they can be quite impulsive, self-willed, and rash in speech. Overall, though, these people tend to act in spurts and spasms. Their opinions are fairly fixed and they don't like to water them down, so they can be considered quite blunt on occasions. Mars and Aquarius people tend to be more of a thinker than a doer. They have a wonderful ability to whip others into action with their galvanizing presence and slogans. They enjoy a free and easy life and find that any restrictions imposed on them by their job or family irritates them greatly. These people are much happier with groups of people than in an emotional entanglement with one or two others. Bohemian types attract them most because they enjoy their informality and uninhibited ways, which are very similar to their own. Bohemian types are inclined to be enthusiastic about the Mars and Aquarius person's more revolutionary views, and this makes them feel less eccentric than misunderstood. Mars and Aquarius people will often win public acclaim. They are often connected with international welfare organizations such as the United Nations, the Red Cross, and other groups dedicated to the eradication of disease, hunger, and poverty, as well as the protection of human rights. Mars and Aquarius people are a catalyst that produces unusual events and lightning changes. Even when engaged in a quiet evening with stimulating conversation, their unusual ideas may then set others in motion with far-reaching and even violent repercussions. These people typify the revolutionary spirit and release of ideological forces that ignite mass emotions long suppressed by injustices and inequalities. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.